That's ball 2. That's ball 3.
My mic muted and I hit a bomb. How is that? Okay. That's the first time that's actually happened during a home run. But Stevenson opened the scoring with a giant hit. That's going to be a check swing that goes too far. So 1 and 2. Noel be hitting 389 is pretty solid. That is down the line. Is just a tad bit too early. Gonna find the seats at 100 miles per hour. We have 1 hit and 1 run. So even though we've given up 4 hits, we lead, and that's a pop-up. So we're popping the ball up and getting way under it, way too much so far. You don't like that, but I think Cole Young has a good shot at getting a hit. Oh, no, he's way in front of it. So we're above that one, and that's going to be the 3rd out. But Stevenson stays hot. Sorry, my nose is a little blocked up. I'm trying to do that away from the mic, but it picks up a lot. So you might hear the little exhales I'm doing. Oh, this is a dangerous little changeup. He'll swing through it, though. Our pitch count probably a little higher than we want it to be. That's a strikeout on the 32nd pitch of the game. And the first strikeout. They were hitting him around quite a lot. This would be a great inning to be able to bounce back and allow 0 hits. Just outside there. I think I'm going to try to throw this one just below the zone, see if we can get a swing. We cannot. It's a full count. I don't want to be pitching into any trouble. I don't want any base runners this inning. And so far, so good. That's the 2nd strikeout of the inning. So he is at 40 pitches. in the second, which isn't ideal. But if we can get out of this inning right here, I'll feel pretty good about it. That's going to be a ball. It's 2-2. This one's going to be a touch inside if we throw it right. And he'll strike out on it. He struck out the side. That is a much better inning than the first. And now it'll be 8 and 9 for us to start. Oh, good Lord, this dang controller. My microphone is being incredibly... Alright, sorry for the delay there. I lost my headphone jack a little bit. I was trying to find it. The pop-up was uncommentated because I was trying to do that. That's a pretty solid fly ball to left, but it's still not going to get down, and Spencer Steer cannot find a hit in this postseason. So that's unfortunate for him, but that hit was a pretty good sign. It was caught, but it had enough wood on it to make me not really worry about it. That's inside. Ooh. I should have challenged that one. Whoops. Spencer Schwellenbach, a strike away from getting out of this inning. That is a foul ball, so we're still good. All right. It's 2-2 still. That's going to be golfed into freaking center field. And that will be the third out. So the only hit so far has been a center field shot. We'll have Matt Olson at the plate here. That's strike 3 on him. That's 4 straight strikeouts for Lodolo. I think he found something. Now we'll have Ronald Acuna Jr., who's batting 118. That's a strike on a foul ball. Try to get this one up and in on his hands. Didn't quite get where we wanted it, and we almost paid for it. He's early on it, though. Now we're going to go outside with it. And he'll foul that one away. So what do you do? What do you do? I think you go back to the slider. Probably didn't get this exactly where we wanted it. He'll strike out anyway. That's 5 in a row for Nick Lodolo. He is in a groove, and he is not getting out of it. That's a strike that did clip. So he is 1 strike away from another strikeout heavy inning. That is up the middle. It will be a ground ball. Will end the inning. And after having 0 strikeouts through 1, he's at 5 through 3. The pitch count, however, was in the 60 range. So heavy pitch count. That was a pretty good splitter. We were ahead of it, and it was below the zone, so we didn't get much of it. Ellie leading off the inning. That's going to be an early swing, probably lucky. That's a second splitter in a row. Not exactly what you would typically expect. So he'll look for a better pitch to hit. That is going to be inside. Great take. It's 2-2 now. What you got, Ellie? That is hit to left. That's a double for sure. He'll be in there. They're going to throw to third. Ellie has himself a leadoff double, and we might have something going. That's going to be low and outside with a splitter that just didn't have what it took to find the zone. Can we hit Ellie home? Not yet. That was a hard foul ball. It's a 2-2 count. What can we find? It's a full count. Nathaniel Lowe, pretty decent with runners in scoring position. That is not going to get it done. I don't think that'll get down. It will not, and that is way too shallow to advance on, so we're going to have to wait. Sal, unfortunately, unable to do anything there. Now Nathaniel Lowe. Looking for that pitch to drive. That's not going to be it. It was another splitter. Schwellenbach has been relying on that pitch recently. What have we right here? It is going to get by, and I think Ellie had... Oh my goodness, how'd that get through the catcher's legs? But Ellie's going to take third on a passed ball. That was an absolutely inexcusable miss by the catcher. That's outside. It's a full count. Probably in their best interest to walk Nathaniel Lowe here to get the double play in order. But that could also work. That's a double. Nathaniel Lowe has himself an RBI. Would have driven home Ellie from no matter what base he was standing on right there. So that'll be 2-0. You love to see it. He'll check his swing successfully. And he's batting .455 in 22 at-bats in the postseason. That's extremely good. And that one's hit well to right. Does it have enough, or can it hit the wall? It's over the wall. It's another home run for Tyler Stevenson, and that'll make it 4-0. .350, not a majestic blast, but it's a blast that'll send us to a 4-0 lead, and we are looking very good for a potential advancement into the NLCS. That's low. Spencer Schwellenbach. I don't think they have any... they got someone out there. You can see in the right hand... not corner. Like right center field is where their bullpen was. You could actually see him warming up before they announced that. That was fun. That's 3-1. That's going to nearly hit him. That's his first walk of the postseason. And now Cole Young, who reached for an outside splitter and hit it to first his first time up, is going to get a middle fastball that he's underneath. It's going to send it up near the crowd. He's got the same amount of strikeouts as walks. So that's a pretty successful, wow, that was an incredible hit right there. Oh, no! Stop halfway. That was a pretty good throw. Would have cooked him. That was a very good hit on a pitch that was way low. They're going to come out and get Schwellenbach, and he only worked 3 1/3 innings. Hunter Gaddis is now in the ballgame. And now J.J. Bleday only hitting 3 for 15 here in the postseason. That is not going to do it. I don't believe it is going to be enough to advance the runner unless we left early, but I don't think we did. They're going to hit the cutoff man and prepare to throw it home if they were to need to, but they don't need to. And now Spencer Steer, who needs a hit. Oh, that's not going to do it. That's a check swing that went far too far. Can he get on base? That's way outside, 2-2. We're also waiting to see whether we play the Dodgers or... I kind of forget who the Dodgers are up against. He'll check his swing, but not in time. He goes after a couple that he should have held up on. But Tyler Stevenson is going to extend this lead. I think Lodolo has what it takes to go at least 5, which would give him the win if we were to hold the lead. Joe Adell is getting MVP chance. That's a hard foul ball. I don't think he would be your MVP. That's another hard foul. What was his power? He has a really high power rating, 99. That's going to be a foul ball, and we'll stay alive again. Can we finally get something by him? Not yet. Looked like he was out in front of that, so we're not going to throw him a fastball. We're trying to get something to miss his bat, but we cannot quite do it. That is 8 pitches in the at-bat so far. Just missing inside. Unable to get him so far. Cannot get him out. We are going to need to warm up somebody soon. We're nearing 70 pitches. This will be that. That is going to be a ground out after the whole battle. So Harper says, no, thank you. Get rid of this guy. Harper will also be leading off the next inning, so that's nice. That is in there for a strike at the very top of it. Now Austin Riley, decent power for him as well, but he will strike out, and that is strikeout number 6 for Nick Lodolo. Jurickson Profar takes a strike on the inside. That one actually missed, but not by enough for Profar apparently. That is going to be an easy drop in there. Bad read by Noelvi in right. So it's another base hit. I think the 5th of the day for them. And that'll close this gap a tad bit. Drake Baldwin goes to right center field, and it is 4-2. That is not good. Michael Harris, the second, or junior, whichever way you want to say it, could also shorten the gap a little bit. Now, this may have to be Nick Lodolo's last inning. We don't want to cook his arm too bad, especially for a man that gets blisters for no reason. That's a crazy hit right there. We're going to warm up somebody. We're going to need it because it's 4-2. This is a closer game than what you can have in a situation like this. Houck and Petty, both warming up, and it depends on the situation, depending on who we're going to use. But we need to get out of this inning. That's going to do it for a strike 3 on Ha-Sung Kim. Drake Baldwin closes the gap a bit, and we're no longer up by 4. It is 4-2. Bryce Harper will lead things off against Hunter Gaddis in the top of the 5th. He won the home run derby 8 years ago. 9 years ago as of the end game season. Ellie De La Cruz had a double his last time up, which was his second time. Holy crap. That's a heavy foul ball right there. Can he reach? Not yet. That was a pretty good pitch to hit. We just did not swing in time. Come on, Bryce. You got this, bro. Swung on early. Unable to check it. I think that might have missed the zone. It did. Ellie Benton, 370, is going to drive that into left center field. That will get down, and they're going to miss. I want so badly to try for 3, but they're going to get it in just in time. We're going to stop at 2. Ellie has his second double of the day. And now Sal Stewart, who is 0 for 2 and only batting 200, is going to foul that slider away. He was early and above it. That was good timing, but he was above it. Doesn't have a walk, and he has 5 strikeouts. So 5 of his 20 outs have been strikeouts. And that's his first walk of the postseason. So he is aboard, and now we have 2 aboard for Nate Lowe, who had a solid RBI his last time. And that appears to be a chance for another. They're reaching. It is gone. And that'll extend this lead up again. It's 7-2. And that is it for Hunter Gaddis. I would say that was a batter too late. That's our 7th hit and our 7th run. And a man who has 2 homers is at the plate. That time he'll pop it up into foul territory. So regardless of if Drake catches that, it would have been a foul ball. And now Noelvi Marte is 0 for 1 with a walk. That's going to hit the top right-hand corner of the zone. Literally dotted it. Who's pitching? Matt Festa. We could feast on him. Checks his swing, called a strike on the swing. Oh, I don't believe that for a second. We also totally forgot to warm or schedule either of our guys up, but we're going to finish Matt Olson here. Pitch count is low enough to do that. We just need to get the lefty out with a lefty before we move to the righties. Plus, it's a 5-run ball game, so even if this doesn't work, the lefty matchup is still what you... Where are you going, Young. I mean, that was playable for sure. But instead, it's a base hit. I think he can use Chase Petty safely. He's a 73 overall. But in a 5-run ball game,
Ball two.
what's the worst that can happen? That's in there for a strike. Now go with the other breaking pitch. We're going to try to get him to ground something into a double play. I meant to press another button, but we're going to throw that one way outside. I meant to press this button. There's the double play ball we're looking for. Ellie might have been over the bag, like after the catch. Like, I think he crossed over without the ball. But it's a full count on Albies. We'll strike him out. Inning is over, and we'll head to the top of the 6th. Will they use a new pitcher? I mean, this is an all-or-nothing situation for him. Cole Young will get to face Matt Festa, so it'll be Young, Blade, and Steer. I think Steer will have a pretty decent matchup here. He needs something. I mean, he's still gonna be on the playoff roster, and he's too good of a hitter to end with 0 hits. He'll have 2 more at-bats. That's a fly out. So Festa is working through this inning very quickly, and a man without a single hit is our last chance to slow him down a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. They're coming to get Festa. They know. They knew that they needed somebody else for Spencer. Checks his swing, and it goes too far. I feel like half of these are stopping in time. Fouls the cutter away. That thing looked like a strike the entire time, so unfortunately we're going to have to chase and stay alive. We're actually being out hit 8-7. That is a fly ball to left. It's going to get out of play. Everything has broken far, far inside. And that's going to be the first one that was actually in the zone. Oh, he hasn't actually walked. He got hit by a pitch. That's his only reach, and that is a destroyed flyout. Man, he's just unlucky. What's it called? Snake bitten? Because that's what he is. That's a fly ball, and I think Noelvi can get there. That'll be out number 1. Joe Adele unable to start anything here. They're just getting less results than we are on our hits. They have 8 of them, and we have 7. But we also have 7 runs, and they have 2. That's not catchable, so that's going to be a double. Unless we can get it in proper quickly. We might. There's a chance here. They got him on the tag. What a play. Never slows down, doesn't break stride, fires it on one little... You got to dodge that tag. That one was not... That throw was later than it should have been. You got to dodge that tag. They lost the base runner on a silly little slide. And that strikeout will end the inning. So Atlanta's season is kind of reaching its end. We are going to put, we'll put Misuitz in here because we are far enough ahead that I don't really care. That is driven to the right fielder's glove. 106 off the bat. Sal Stewart would be next with a man on if Ellie can do something like that. He is 2 for 3, so he can, and I think they're 2 doubles. 1 walk for him in the postseason. That is up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. Throw is in time. And there are 2 down. Can Sal break through and get himself a hit? Not yet. The slug is all right. It's a 480 thanks to his 2 home runs. That's a foul ball. It's a 1-2 count. Is that another one that broke too far in? No, that was actually a good pitch by Dylan Dodd. We're having a really rough time reading any of his breaking balls like that. That'll be a fly out. Inning is over. Sal Stewart is 0 for 3, and that will drop him below the Mendoza line. We're just going to have to rely on the next series. And that's saying we don't give up this 5-run lead. That is a ground ball to Ellie, and that's a pretty easy start for Anthony Misiewicz. And it's a 2-2 count to Michael Harris, and I think this could be the pitch that puts him away, and he chased it, so he made sure of it. Michael Harris strikes out, and that is out number 2 very quickly for Anthony Misiewicz. 10 pitches and 2 outs. That's in there for strike 2. We're going to go with the fastball. Not his most popular pitch. That's a high drive, but it's not going to get anywhere. And that is the 3rd out in the bottom of the 7th. So they are running out of time to save their season. It's going to be the lefty of Adrian Morajon. We're going to go to our bench and grab... Who's better, Malone or Dane? There's no question, it's Dane. Okay, Dane's going to play now. Stevenson is on deck. That's a absolute rocket up the middle. It's a single for Dane Myers off the bench. He has 2 homers on the day. It doesn't show me the second one. That's fine. It went to right, if you guys remember. That's going to be called low, and it was low. Good call by the ump. He's got 2 walks, 11 hits, and 24 at-bats. That is, possible double play here. Inning is, I thought there was already 1 out. It's going to continue, but now there's 2 outs. And now it'll be Noel Marte, who's 0 for 2. That's low. Has a walk, also 5 strikeouts, and 7 hits and 20 at-bats. That is a hard... Oh, that has a chance to reach now. He only batted it down. He can't have a play. I thought for sure he was going to make that play. But it scored a base hit. And now Cole Young is 1 for 3 and has a chance to expand on that. And he will not. I think that play will be made. He's sliding in, and I think that hurt his chances of reaching. That's a shame. It's the 8th inning. Matt Olson will lead off against Anthony Misiewicz. And that's up the middle, but guess who's there? And he'll make the play easily for the first out. Don't move to the bullpen because I don't see a reason to. Misiewicz has been very good. That's just low. 2-1. That's also just high. He's missing, but not by much. It's 3-1. Ronald Acuna Jr. is a very capable base stealer, or he used to be. I don't know if he still is because he's torn his ACL, twice. We could have done Cutter, but we're gonna go change up again. There's nobody there whatsoever. What is that type of shift? Double play is in order, but again, he can steal, and I kind of fully expect him to. Oh boy, I don't like his windup. It's very fast. Now we're ready for it, though. That is going to be, where are you going? That should be a fly out. It is, out number 2. Now Joe Adell will bat with 1 on and 2 outs. They need runs, and a ton of them. Can we get him out without allowing any? He'll strike out! And they are 3 outs of their own hitting away from being eliminated. JJ sitting down because he's got 59. We're going to let Fraley play the rest of this game. I think he also has a good center field range. Although... Oh, no, we can't put Myers because he's DHing. My bad. Rookie mistake. That's a fly out, so not as successful as Dane Myers was. Spencer Steer is now up. Can he please break through? They are using Cade Smith. Top of the 9th, bottom of the 9th, we're going to use Graham Ashcraft. Use the poor pitchers. Now, I'm not saying Ashcraft is bad. I'm saying he hasn't been good in the postseason. Holy crap, it's 1-2. Missed a pretty good pitch to hit. That splitter did not get where he wanted it. We're okay. Everything is going to be great. Just fine. That's low. 2-2. Spencer, do this for yourself. Just get yourself a hit. You can do this, man. He'll swing through it, and that's strike 3. He still cannot break through, and I feel for him. That is just unfortunate. To be the only one in this lineup besides Trevino that doesn't have a hit. I think. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, those two suck compared to everyone else. Also, Bryce Harper's 0 for 4, so he's not doing much better today. That's a foul ball. It's 2-2. I'll tell you who's not 0 for 4. Ellie De La Cruz. And Tyler Stevenson. So, like, when Tyler's hitting the way he is right now, and we get rest days, I don't see a reason to use Trevino. No offense to Trevino. I just don't see a reason to use him. Can we reach with Bryce Harper and extend this inning? Checks his swing. He'll take a walk, so he will reach. Ali De La Cruz is 2 for 4. Has scored 2 runs. He's not contributing RBIs, but he's contributing with his legs. And now he's contributing with RBIs. That'll be a 2-run blast, and that'll extend this lead to 9-2. And I think we are now... Oh, no, we have 10 hits. I was going to say, I thought we had 8 hits and 9 runs, but I'm wrong. That's going to be a swing and miss by Sal. He is also, I think, it was 0 for 3. I think he's walked once. But that swing is a good way to go 0 for 4. But he's not gonna. He will reach with a base hit. That'll be 1 for 4 and his second reach of the day. Sal Stewart base hit. Is that it for Cade? It is not. Do we go and pull Dan Myers? I think so. We're going to use... This is going to be Trevino's first at-bat in the postseason. Now, he is a snail. He will not beat anything hit on the infield out. So, that's outside. First appearance for him in the postseason. That's hit well to left field. It's off the wall. That's an RBI. We are sending him. I thought about not. He's under the tag. It's a run. Our Jose Trevino comes in, and he has an RBI double. So now the only one that doesn't have a hit is Spencer Steer. Can we hit around and give Steer another chance? Dylan Lee is going to come in and get the next out, so we aren't going to make it around. That's all right, though. It's 10-2 as we enter the final inning of this game. Good grab by Ellie. That will be out number 1. Austin Riley unable to beat it out. That was good speed we were able to keep off base. Mind you, it's an 8-run ball game. And an easy out number 2. We're going to go inside cut quickly, and it's 1-2. We are 1 pitch away from the NLCS. And that's not going to be it. Not a sinker down low. He'll foul that one away. Drake Baldwin doing his best to stay alive. Does not want to become the final out. But he is. Strike 3. And the Reds are moving on. NLDS is over. There are fireworks at the Braves ballpark. Even though they just got eliminated. That's a shame. Good for the Reds, bad for the Braves. And we will see who we're playing. This will all decide whether or not we have home field advantage. Actually, I'm going to do this on the stream because we're going to go in. And I haven't used Trevino, I think, for a single Thumbnail, that's what it's called, sorry. We're going to go with Trevino. Good double. Absolutely torched it to left center. Did I call it right? I hope I didn't. We're going to go like that. Get the stats in the background there. There we go. So he's going to be the... Sorry, wrong button. We're going to confirm exit. And then we're going to head to the main menu. And we're going to simulate until the NLCS has been decided. Oh, it is. The Diamondbacks. I don't think that's good for us. No. So I was going to say if the Dodgers were to beat the Diamondbacks, that would give us home field advantage in the first couple games. But unfortunately, with the Diamondbacks winning, our first couple games are away. So it's 2 away, 3 at home, 2 more away. So hopefully we can win this game in 4 or 5 games. So that we can win it on home field. That'd be great, actually. So the Dodgers swept Milwaukee and then took the Diamondbacks to 5 games. And then we did the same thing to Chicago and Atlanta. Unfortunately for us, Arizona is the second ranked team in the postseason. I'm not entirely certain about where KC ranks compared to Boston. I don't know who's best on each side. I do know that we're still waiting on one series to finish, and that is Kansas City and the Athletics. So we're gonna simulate. And it's Kansas City against the Yankees in the ALCS. That would be cool to face Kansas City in the World Series. They haven't been there since 2015, sorry. And then we haven't been there since 2026. We made it last year. But in real life, we hadn't been there since 1990. 90 or 95. I think the last time we were in the World Series was 90. We won it. And then we were in the postseason, won a game in 95. Man, we suck for the last 30 plus years. Guys, come on. What is our roster lineup going to look like for the final series? Spencer Steer is going to be in left regardless of average. Still doesn't have a hit. Oh, sorry, Malone doesn't have a hit. He's only had 5 at-bats, though. But our boy has 1 at-bat, 1 RBI, batting 1,000. Jose Trevino over there. Absolutely rocking it. I'm going to put... Ooh, I don't want to. He's batting 423. I was gonna put him against righties. Because he's kind of good against them. But Tyler has been better. And Tyler is just the all-around better player. So we might use him in one of the games, depending on how many days off between. But that'll do it for this episode. This has been episode, I think, 62. We're getting up there. And soon we'll be starting a college football dynasty. I might start recording that today. We'll see. I'll see you later. Peace out.